let's dress some dolls. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. I've thought about it, but I just dressed the dolls instead of taking the time to set up the video and edit things. But I thought for this time I would go ahead and try doing it on camera again. My assortment of dolls is kind of random. The only thing they really have in common is I have touched up paint on 3 of them. The third and the fourth are new builds, putting stuff together from the parts boxes. But anyway, the first I will do is this Fashionistas Zig and Zag, who I put in this Barbie outfit that I looked up yesterday, and I forgot the name of the Barbie. Hold on. Great book for identifying Barbies through 1996. Not great for identifying dolls who aren't officially Barbie, like all the celebrity dolls aren't in here, and Shawnee and such is not in here, and Canadian dolls aren't in here, but for Barbie herself, it's pretty basic, pretty good. I think this doll is from '89. Yes. Barbie and the Beat. Alright, so this is Barbie and the Beat's outfit, which I think is like perfect on this doll. And she's been wearing it for like 2 years, but I decided it's finally time to change her clothes just because. And as far as paint touch-ups go, I altered her eyes to be the stock straight ahead amber to the side glance dark brown because I'm all about dark brown eyes. And alright, so let's find some clothes for her. She is on her original stock default curvy Fashionistas body. I'm sure at this point in time there are articulated options in a matching skin tone. I just don't have any. But I do kinda appreciate the simplicity and sculpting of the curvy body without the articulation. So I don't mind that she's not articulated. At least I didn't last time I did anything with this doll. So this is an outfit made for the original Superstar body, so the shirt fits really well. I had to pin the skirt together because it wouldn't close. It wouldn't reach all the way around the curvy waist. And husband is watching the video. It's kind of loud. I don't know how loud it's going to be in this video. I apologize if it's distracting. But we all know that the purpose of these videos is to give you background noise while you do doll things yourself. So a little extra noise is not a problem, right? Sure. Okay, I guess this skirt went on her because it was already busted. I mean, look at all the layers. You could get so many different looks, I guess, mixing and matching this original outfit. I don't know if that was the point of it. Just that early 90s over-design compared to now. Although I will say, when this came out, actually it was 1989, so it's that late 80s, early 90s design aesthetic that I'll admit when I was in high school when this would have been out, I wouldn't have touched this. I would not have liked it probably on Barbie, and I definitely would have not have liked it for me because I just didn't wear denim. Alright, I'm going to put this all together into the curvy shirt bag. Even though it's not technically a curvy outfit, and it's a whole outfit and not just a shirt. Okay, so I have no idea what I want her to wear. We'll go ahead and take her hair down too. Let's see, her hair's been up for so long. It's entirely possible this elastic will just fall apart. No, it seems like it might be going to survive. Also, apologies, it's been so long since I've done one of these videos that I might just be mumbling here. Of course, if it's really bad, then I won't even publish this video. I think this doll was sculpted by Sean Olmos, and while I admit I'm not fond of Olmos's generic work when he sculpts, like he sculpted Ever After High and Creatable World and all the DC superhero girls, the original ones. It's a very distinct look, but sometimes he does sculpt things that look a little different like this, and I do like this sculpt. And as far as I know, Mattel has not used this again. I don't think. Alright, she still needs clothes. Me talking about her sculpt is not going to get her in clothes. What do I want her to wear? I don't think she will fit this vintage original Barbie stuff. Again, the chest would be the right size, but nothing else will be. Oh, no, I'm not going over those things. I still haven't figured out who. I mean, I do have a ponytail Barbie from 1960 who I could put in these original Barbie clothes that Queen of Squids so kindly sent, but have not done that yet. Alright, this is my bag of Kirby dresses and other dresses that fit Kirby, like this Barbie ballet dress from the 70s. Cute little kitties that Cosmo made. I really don't know what I want this doll to wear. This might be one of those videos that meanders for like an hour and a half because I have no ability to make decisions. So this is another vintage dress that Queen of Squids sent. It's not an actual Barbie dress. I don't think it's homemade though. If it is, it was made by someone who was really good. I don't know if it fits Kirby. I put it in the Kirby bag because I probably hoped it would fit Kirby. And the big problem is the arms. Because if this does fit her, I will probably go with it because it will go nicely with her lipstick. Yeah. I don't know if I've been holding this stuff out of frame. I apologize if I have. That's always something that takes me a little while to get used to when I do these videos. Alright, I would prefer the seam allowance at the waist to be going up. I actually think it gives a smoother look. But sometimes seam allowances don't want to go up. Alright, that does not close perfectly in back, but it's still cute overall. Let's see, I don't know if I want to put her hair back up. I need to find shoes before I do anything else. And maybe a petticoat. Do I have anything I can use as a Kirby petticoat that will actually fit under there? I think that's too long. This is from vintage, like, Dress Me Doll. Yeah, it's too long. No one back then would have been caught in public with her petticoat actually showing. Although it's a fun, trendy, acceptable look now. I thought I had something that would work, but either somebody's wearing it or it's not stored in this bag. It'd be in skirts if I do have it. Again, too long. Don't know if that will fit with her waist. I don't know if this will snap. It was pretty close. I mean, I just said that there's no way that someone in the 60s, when I believe this dress was made, would have been cut in public with a petticoat showing. But I would say it's a fine look for now, and I would go with it, but it makes the waist fit too strangely on this. This is not what I was thinking of. I was thinking of something to use the specific skirt item. There it is. This thing has started much longer and I have trimmed it over the years. I made it probably around 20 years ago. So I guess it still counts as vintage, doesn't it? Alright. Doesn't give a lot of volume to the skirt, but it does give some. And it does not give volume to the waist. So that will work. Alright, back to looking for shoes. I don't know if she should have some hosiery. It will depend entirely on what shoe she ends up with. Where are the Rika bows? I'm looking for bows. Yeah, they're there. Bows made for a Rika doll. I really need to clear this out because it has stuff in there for dolls I don't really. Okay. So I'm going to put her hair back into ponytail, but a slightly different orientation than it was before, so this thing came with Jewel Girl Barbie, and I just started putting all the little clear elastic bands around it like 25 years ago. Well, not quite that long ago. And I've just been doing that. No real reason. So I guess Jewel Girl Barbie was 2000? Yeah. So, 23 years ago. And I don't know why I started, but that is my established place for putting these little elastic bands. Sorry, trying to think and do and speak at the same time. Not something I just lost one of those little bows, didn't I? I only wanted to use one in her hair, but I had both of them out. And I'm going to be annoyed if I can't find the other one because oh, there it is. Okay. I am so fastidious about these kinds of things that I still have shoes from dolls I had as a child. Like, I still have Sport and Shave Ken's shoes from the Sport and Shave Ken that I got in whenever he came out, like 79 or 80. I did still have both of Luke Skywalker's boots from the 12-inch Kenner releases in the late 70s, but I sold those a few years ago. I still had the Kenner Indiana Jones shoes, both of them. So that's why I'm a little anxious about making sure that I didn't lose one of these things. Right, I want to find, there it is. One of the things I really like about the design of fashionista Zig Zag, or Zig and Zag, whatever she is that she is like the quintessential Barbie, in that she has big blonde hair and big pink lips, but she's obviously not the stereotypical Barbie. And no, I have not seen the Barbie movie. I actually don't think I will, because I'm just not a movie person in general. And I know people are saying, yeah, but this is different, go see this. It's like, no, you don't understand. Most of my movie consumption, for most of my life, I mean, for the last however many years since I've been on the internet, my movie consumption has been reading spoilers as everyone else talks about the movie. And before then, I would like listen to movies from the other room while somebody watched it in the living room. I'd just be in my room listening. It's upside down. So I just not a movie person. So you can enjoy the Barbie movie and I will enjoy your enjoyment of it. You can criticize the Barbie movie and I will consider your criticism of it. I will read enough about it that I can probably hold my own on a conversation regarding it, but I am not going to watch it. Alright, I got both bows working into her hair, and was like, did I do this the whole time? Yeah. Like I said though, you're not here to watch what I'm doing, you're just here for me mumbling in the background while you do your own doll things. Okay, she does not have pierced ears. Do I have any bracelets? Let's slip this. That's dark. I'm going to say the answer to that is no. Alright, shoes. She needs shoes. And she has the flat, curvy feet, which actually I believe are too flat. Like her heel should be elevated a little, or her toes farther down. I try not to think about that too much when I'm putting shoes on these dolls. Like, I'm going to go ahead and pretend that these are at the correct angle, even though I know they're not. Because these are probably going to be my best bet for shoes that coordinate. I mean, they're not really the correct era, but they're cute. Let's see, another option that would be, I think these are too big. Yeah. Way wrong angle. Alright, yeah, I would probably go with those. I will dive down to the box with pink shoes just to double check. I do know that I have this pair of curvy and tall-sized flats. They are purple. I hate the angle of that foot. It's like to be to get the foot flat, she has to lean so far forward. I don't know. I obviously have a problem with this that Mattel does not have with it, so I try not to let it bother me, but you can see how well that's working. I would like to put her in black shoes. We could go the other direction with extra stumpy. These are Snap Star shoes. They don't quite fit curvy. I might go with that though. Are there any other black shoes that could work? I mean, there's always Teen Skipper, Chucks. I think I have used all of my curvy and tall boot type shoes on dolls. I don't think that will fit on this size. Oh, okay, that will fit. The angle is so bad though because it's made for a heeled foot. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the stompy boots. I mean, she does have her hair. It's not in a side shave. It looks like a side shave, so why not go with some punk boots too? Put those shoes back. And since we're going in with the punk look, I'm going to get out some of the Cosmo Moore designed doll bandages. Here is pale. Is this pale? Okay, I guess this is the pale. And I'm going to go with blue to match the trim on the neck. Alright. Is there anything else in here and stick on her? Yeah, I have this bag you've probably seen before of tiny stickers, nail art decals, things like that. Alright, do we want to give her Super Punk? I think that the thing I like about these nail art decals is that since it's on plastic, you can put stuff over her face to get an idea. I mean, I could also stick these on. That's one other thing I do with these stickers is I put them on the clothes like they're pins. I'm trying to decide, do I want to do a high contrast white skull, or do I want to do a black skull to coordinate with the... I think I'm going to do the black skull to coordinate with the trim on the dress, and also so it can be kind of subtle, actually. Kind of subtle. As subtle as a skull on your face can be. Alright, this is turning into a more fun outfit than I thought I would get for her. I thought I would dig for a long time and then eventually give up because it just wasn't clicking. See, I think these are all too cute. I just realized, let's see, the skull and the bandage are on her left side, but her hair is down on her right side. I'm just trying to find balance on things. Let's see, we could do cats, would be in the right color range. Pandas, clouds. And these are more Halloween nail art stickers that I recently rediscovered. I think they're all transparent though. Maybe I put them on a dress. You know what, I think I might go ahead and put this skull on her dress, actually. Well, maybe these skulls are opaque. Of course, they've been on here so long with the backing. Looks like it's stuck, really stuck to the sticker. Alright, this is going to be the last thing I do because I have a feeling I've taken, oh wow, way longer than I thought I would to do this. Actually, I was going to stick that on her face, but I'll go ahead and put it on her dress. Okay, well that took a long time, but in a happy way, so I'm not sure how I'm going to approach these other 3 dolls. Well, actually, yes, the next one shouldn't take long because it's a boy doll and he's wearing pants, jeans that I made just for him. So I'm only going to change his shirt. So here is her finished look. Alright, so the next one is this Alan hybrid on a Ever After High Hunter body. And I just touched up his hair because it had horrible paint rubs on it. And the paint color, sorry, I like to watch the camera identify their face. I just touched up the paint rubs on his hair when I first got him with paint that really didn't match very well, and over the years it like oxidized and got worse. So this is also not a great match for the paint, but it's close, and I painted all of his hair with it, so you have to look at his eyebrows or be someone who knows Alan inside out to know that the hair color is wrong, I think. Anyway, let's find a new shirt for him. Do his hands come out? His hands come out, right? Yeah, okay. This is also a doll who has been wearing the same thing for years. And did I just lodge his bread tag? No, alright. So he's wearing jeans that I made specifically for him and for this body. 5 working pockets, loads of top stitching in bright green. Alright, where is my Ken shirt bag? That is Ken jackets. This is Ken shirts. Nope, pants. Which I will be getting into for the next doll, but right now, Alan, just a shirt. How long did it take to change a shirt, she said, knowing her own history. Okay. No, I forgot I made this shirt. Cat print. Frame, that's in frame. Let's see. I made this shirt for the enormous shouldered gymnast body, so it probably would be a little big on him. Loose thread. These are not sharp scissors, that's why they're not actually with my sewing stuff. They're fine until it comes time to cut thread. I made this randomly recently. Maybe. Well, I forgot about this shirt. I don't know, color block with a nice moon star print. Where do I want the other guy to wear this? I think I actually want the other guy to get a dress to wear that, so sorry, Alan. That goes nicely with his hair. I'm trying to keep this to shirts that I made. Oh yeah, that one's available. No, that one's available. Although the shirts I made aren't all necessarily suitable for this slightly slimmer hunter-huntsman body. Or it could be this sweater I got on Etsy. You know what, I might give him the sweater, because the sweater is very nice. You know, feeling like I might go with that shirt. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna give him the sweater. I think the sweater was originally intended to go like that by the person who made it, but I said no. I'm going to make it a turtleneck. And the person who made it also had a tended to make the sleeves very short because she was working off of 1970s straight arm can body, which had kind of short arms. But since this is a smaller than can body, it'll work. I would cuff the sleeves and then push them up to try to disguise that it was too short for a can body. So the cuffs are a little worn out. I might get them wet at some point and see if they will shrink down to be closer to Alan's size. Alright, do I want to leave those shoes on him, or do I want to give him better shoes? What are my shoe options for guy? Obviously, all of this still looking at my box of nicer shoes to see what's available. And I can give him, since he's wearing orange, these. I could pick the correct foot. Yes. These are action figure shoes I got, about 20 years ago. Yeah, we'll go with those. Let's see. I don't know if I should put these back into this particular box since they're not the fanciest shoes. Alright, I think I'll go ahead and drop those in there just because there's room. Do I have a nice watch? I mean, yes, I have watches. Do I have a nice watch? I'll go with this one. Since it's already looped closed, and I can just take off his hand. Put the watch in place. Another action figure thing I've had for decades at this point. Alright, I will deal with his loose neck connection before I take pictures. So, there's Alan. And yes, I did pay attention to him and decided to finally touch up his hair because the movie has made him popular again. But I could say that I am among the Alan hipsters who already liked Alan before the movie. But I won't say that. I could say that, but I won't. That's how it works, right? Alright, next guy is this. I need to work on getting his bread tag neck connector sturdier too. This is a Mycene River, who I cut the neck off of the head. He used to be on the old style Ken body where the neck was largely on the head and then plugged into the body about halfway down the neck. So I cut the neck off and rounded it out and put it on this old fashionistas Ken articulated body. Also, he had lip rubs, so I touched them up. Again, like Alan's hair, the paint I used was straight out of a paint pot, so it didn't exactly match. So I painted over a lot of his lips, so they're a little darker and pinker than they had been. And he needs some clothes. I could go with this totally obnoxious shirt that I made. Well, I mean, what do I make that's not totally obnoxious? I mean, can you see what I am actually wearing for me with the cats all over it? Cats in space. So I will go with the vaguely witchy color block, print block shirt that I've forgotten that I made. Oh man, I have spent so much time just trying to get the head on this body, I didn't even notice there's still price tag residue on the back. And you may ask, well, why are you putting him on old Fashionista's body? Why isn't he on a Made to Move Ken body? So I don't own any Made to Move Ken bodies. I am lukewarm at best on Made to Move bodies. The posing is great, but I think aesthetically they're just kind of clunky. Alright, this is pants. Do I have jeans that will fit this body? I have these jeans that I made. I think I made these for an action figure body, so I actually don't know how they will fit this body. I'm just waiting for his head to fall off completely. I feel like I'm dressing him both these guys so boring after I spent so much time on ZZ. But it's okay. Alright, these pants aren't too bad. He just needs some tall shoes to make up for the fact. Yeah, I guess they are long enough to technically break over his ankles. These actually, I think, fit him better than they fit the action figure they were made for, although they're not staying snapped. Probably because I didn't actually get it snapped because there's so much thread in the way, because this one snap's trying to come off. But that's another good thing about a long shirt, right? Alright, so he needs shoes at least. Or I could get into make things more complicated and get to the bag of coats and jackets. You know what, I'm not going to worry about coats and jackets yet because it's not fall yet. And I know dolls don't care about the weather, but you know, it's the spirit of the thing. I could stand to put a glue tape a little farther up on this shirt. Alright, shoes for River. Again, do I have anything in here going to be spirit of, how many times can I use the word spirit of taller? Well, I could give them the blue and pink Nikes, which would certainly match color-wise. But I kind of like to save these for female dolls with larger feet. I could give them these all-terrain action figure shoes. I'm not going to though. I'm afraid, like I said, that his head will flop off if I manipulate him too much. Oh, come on, you were just in there. Let's see, there are some male shoes in there. No. I do have more guy shoes down here. Like I said, I actually have the original Sport and Shave Ken shoes, which I just realized would actually match this shirt. Although it looks like the modern Ken's feet are bigger than Sport and Shave's Ken's feet and are stretching the shoes out. And they're not really going to survive being on his feet, so I won't be doing that. Just amused that it turned out to be an option. Here you go. Basic. I do have these blue deck shoes. Which match in the spirit of blue and sockless, but probably going to go with that. Because it's the right kind of casual. Yes, sure. We do have black Blaine shoes, which he would need socks for, and to get socks onto this body, at this point I would have to take the pants off, and that's time that I don't have after spending nearly half an hour getting ZZ dressed and decked out and accessorized. And why are you not fitting? Yeah, I want to fit just, are you? Okay, are these shoes, were they made in right and left, and do I have two of the same foot? I think that's what it looks like is going on here. And very few shoes are made in right and left. And I think these are based on Monster High, so they probably were made in right and left. And, well, guess I won't be wearing these. I should probably put them aside someplace. But I won't. And I'll try to put them on someone else in a few years. I discovered the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, there should be right and left, and I have two lefts of that shoe. Okay. We learn things together. Come on, I know all whose shoes were in there before. And maybe he will end up in the blue. Alright, we got some. Alright, maybe I'll go with the boots, because those kind of have the same vaguely witchy vibes as the print and the shirt. Oh, okay, I'm just grumbling now, aren't I? Sandals. Tipas. Sandals of the 90s. Alright, the only other option is, don't know if I have guy shoes in with the large shoes. Okay, I have some rainbow high guy shoes, way too big for a 10-foot. Okay, yeah, there's nothing in there. I can't remember if I still have the bag of odd size shoes over here. I used to. But I think I got rid of those in a big clear out. Alright. We're going to go with our, I hate giving Deuce's shoes. The snakes are the wrong color. Can I even get these boots on him? Again, though, these shoes are made for old Ken feet, which I think are smaller than modern Ken feet. And also, like with ZZ, the angle is wrong. Alright, we're going to go back to these, just because. As they said, he needs slightly taller shoes because these pants were on an action figure with shorter legs, so they're very, very wrinkled at the cuffs in a way that would look unnatural with short shoes. That's my reasoning. Okay, do we have a necklace that would look good? trimmed my fingernails the other day, and I still haven't gotten to the point where I can actually, use my fingers. I don't know if other people go through that, but I do. That should be. My typing is horrible anyway, but these last few days has been atrocious because I trimmed my fingernails. Alright, okay, that kind of destroyed the elastic on that. Oh, phooey. I made all these little beaded necklaces for Ken's in the 90s, so I shouldn't be surprised that the elastic is kind of lost its elasticity at this point. Alright, we're going to think that'll be okay for the moment. Because I don't know if guys wear necklaces like that anymore, but I know the 90s were kind of back in style. So I can't leave the guys completely unaccessorized, right? It's just not fair. Alright, so he and Alan will both have to get some extra treatments with the bread dye to get their heads stabilized, but we got River dressed now. And the final doll is the weird one. It is an object head, and it is an object head on a souvenir doll body that has practically no articulation, and it's this gal. So let's see if I can figure out what she would wear. This pumpkin actually was on a LOLOMG body for a while, and I took it off of that, and then for a laugh stuck it on this body, and actually really like this combination. I like how it's just stylized and simple and not the least bit realistic. So clothes for this are probably going to be in, oh, there's the other bag of shoes I was looking for. Still don't think there's any guys' shoes in here. A lot of wrestler shoes and DC superhero girl shoes. Okay, anyway. This is my bag of Monster High and Ever After High and Brat sized and similar sized clothes. I actually don't know if this body is that small or if it's Blythe size. So I have some options as far as being short. She needs short stuff. I have this very yellow dress. I have this very Halloween dress. I know a fitted Monster High dress will not fit on that body. It needs to be something generous. I think that actually might be too small. This might be more of a Blythe size body. I'm actually not sure. This I think is just too long, as well as being too small. But I'll try it on her. See, the thing about this size is a lot of this stuff was made for Monster High, who are very long, skinny dolls. And then you get other dolls who are the same diameter as Monster High, and they're not nearly as long and skinny. So even though the dress may fit, it is way too long. This one I think would be okay because this was meant to be a long kind of fancy dress, even on the original Monster High for which I made it. Again though, I don't know if it will actually fit on this body. Technically no. Oh, I just pulled it off because this body is super cheap. It's very Harvest though, definitely very Harvest. But I'm not quite too tight. Didn't exactly close. So my options are, I can try these small dresses on, since even though they're made for Monster High size, they're a little more generous and they're a little shorter, so they would fit dolls that are not long and skinny like Monster High without looking excessively long. Or we can move into the Blythe stuff, but the Blythe stuff also tends to be a little longer. So that would be the Halloween option. I really need to make more dresses in this size, Monster High round but shorter, because there are a surprising number of bodies, including LOLOMG, that are Monster High round but shorter. But I get distracted and don't make those dresses. I mean, most of the dresses that I have made in this size, I've just made because I didn't have enough cloth to make the longer size. Yeah, I think we'll go with Harvesty. Shoes for this doll. In theory I have them. In theory I have shoes for just about every doll. But they're probably being worn by someone else already. Those are too big. Of course, the thing about small feet is you can stick them inside large shoes and they can... Of course, this isn't really an option anymore because these poor things are falling apart, as is the fate of many vinyl shoes from 15, 20, 10, 5 years ago. And we are sad that our lovely, expensive doll shoes are disintegrating. These fit her, if these fit her, that would be perfect. Oh, that's close. I don't know if that's too tight. These have like a little strut inside. I think they're actually made to go onto small feet. I think these are not penny bright shoes. These are from some 60s doll. Again, I normally hesitate to leave soft shoes on feet that stress them a little, but these feet are made of such soft, cheap plastic. I don't know if they would stress the shoe or if the shoe would start pushing back. But they are a good match for this dress since there is red on the dress. That's the thing about dolls with odd size feet, is sometimes you cannot be picky about what you put on their feet. I don't think this will fit. This is Daiso. I forget what Daiso's doll line is called. It's knockoff Rika. I don't think you can see it. I'm trying to put these shoes on, and the back of the foot is just getting all squashed out because it is such cheap, hollow, blow molded plastic. That's cute, actually. I obviously like mixing, I don't know, registers, tenders, amounts of formality in an outfit. Like getting the frilly dress with the stompy boots, get the cute little dress with the Chucks, Converse. But there can be a point where the shoes are too big and just look weird. Try not to destroy the foot. Yeah, that's not fitting in there easily. There are always options, I just have to figure them out. these are very hard plastic shoes. They're having problems, not just crushing the hollow, cheap, blow molded body here. Yeah, no. Because these require heel tilt. Alright, it's looking like these penny bright but probably not shoes are going to be the best option in the heel. Now this is so crushed. Let me go one more box down and look at the white shoes. Oh yeah, the Stacy size shoes are in there too. There's always gymnast high tops fit a lot of feet. So these were Pizza Party Skippers, Doc Martin E shoes. Got Stacy. You know, those would actually be cute if they fit. Stacy bowling shoes. Oh, those are cute. They introduced blue that is not currently existing elsewhere in the outfit. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, that requires heel tilt. I think we might be going with the Stacy bowling shoes. They are not as soft. Oh, yeah, they are. They might be as soft as the Penny Bright, probably not shoes. But I think they'll be okay. Knowing me, I will probably have this doll disassembled just after Halloween. I'm not sure. So, accessories. Like I said, we're looking for blue. You got a bracelet. And I just saw another bracelet, didn't I? Another bracelet? Yes, no. Maybe not. I know I have little blue Barbie bracelets, but somebody's probably wearing them. Oh, there's one of those. Can I get this on her? No, okay, cut out to make it easier to go onto a doll. This one was actually sold with a doll. I think it was with the High Posy dolls. No, what were they called? Not High Posy, that's the band. Those Yelty Preziosi dolls that MGA distributed in the around 2010 that were like leggy, modern leggy dolls. High glam dolls. It came with a high glam, and then this other one, this second bracelet, is when you buy electric toothbrush heads, they come with the little rings that you're supposed to put on to color code whose toothbrush is whose, or something like that, and that's what that is. And I made a little clip in it so it can just slip onto a doll arm instead of having to be worked over the fingers. And I do have a couple of those. I don't think I made a slit in this one though. I'll do that now. Plastic clippers, sprue cutters, very convenient. I realized when I was a kid that I couldn't play with dolls unless I had a pair of scissors nearby. Not in a destructive manner, necessarily, just they're very useful. Alright, so I like to put accent colors in 3 places, so she would need at least 3 places. She would need another pop of blue, and I know I have this necklace, I just don't know if I can get it over her pumpkin head. I mean, the pumpkin head would be pretty easy to take off though, but I don't want to. See, it might be a little block. Oh, it overlaps in the back. There. Actually, I want to. I'd love to tie this. I don't think there's enough slack for that. When I was a kid in the 80s, there was this brief fad where you'd wear necklaces with a lot of beads like this, and you could, like, popular ways, you could either twist many strands together to make a choker, or you could tie them in a knot to make a longer necklace. And there were special clips you could get to hold them closed. I have an idea. Don't know if it will work. Alright, I will probably do it off camera. I can probably take a little blue thread and tie it around the beads so it looks like it's knotted together. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, is there anything else? I mean, a popular thing that I did. Popular. Something that I did with the, when the LOLMG had the pumpkin head. I gave her the coffee cup like she was, you know, pumpkin spice latte, but this is not really fitting into these fingers, so I won't do that. I had an idea. Oh, bandages, stickers. And now I have blue bandages. Oh, and my request for Cosmo to make the bandages came from these stickers that came with Dr. Ken in '94. Now I have used one of these. I bought 2 Dr. Ken dolls, and one of them came with 2 sheets of stickers, and I had been nursing them along ever since then, but I do, for whatever reason, really like the idea of, oh yeah, those are What's-Your-Face. Oh, I need to move those out of there, for now I have those What's-Your-Face accent stickers. Anyway, doll bandages, I just think are a fun accent without getting into the whole guro style. I don't know if I can put those on the pumpkin, or, you know what, I think I'm going to leave well enough alone. And so here she is. And close this. So we have Pumpkin, who I need to deal with getting the necklace tacked down. We have River, who I need to deal with getting his head tacked down. I have Alan, who also has neck issues, because I haven't touched him for a couple of years. I wouldn't be surprised if the bread tag isn't broken, because the bread tabs don't actually have the strongest plastic, most durable plastic. So, Alan. And ZZ, who has no notes. Everything's perfect. Wonderful job, ZZ. And hope this provided some pleasant background chatter for you. Thanks for watching.